Hi everyone, welcome to our revision. Okay, we've been revising future uses in the presentation that you've been doing. So this is the first part of the revision. So here we'll be looking at will, going to, and shall. Okay, the reason why we're doing this because it's you decided. Okay, remember that you decide what to revise. Okay, so if you do not feel that you need revision, you may turn this off and continue working on the presentation, or you can have a listen and hopefully you will be able to remember everything that I'm just saying. So let's have a look at our first one. So in the presentation you saw these examples. Okay, you have a man who has obviously forgotten to do something, and you have a child helping another child. It seems that the girl has fallen and the little boy is helping her. Okay, we can see a woman, she's smoking and shaking, and then you see a man thinking of more positive thinking. Alright, so here are the examples that you should have seen. Okay, so it's, oh no, I forgot about it, I'll call you tonight and tell you what you have to do. Here, I'll help you. Okay, so here, these two situations, you can see that the person didn't really think things through. Okay, it wasn't something that they sat down to plan. It was something that they just decided to do at the moment. Okay, so these expressions we use will, okay, when we talk about spontaneous decisions as the two that we have here. In this example, we can see the I promise I will quit smoking. This is my last one, I swear. So we can see this woman, she hasn't really, maybe hasn't thought things through. She hasn't sat down to create a plan of action. Okay, she has decided that has promised, okay, that she will quit smoking. Okay, but there's no definite plan, no definite thinking behind it. Okay, so when we promise to do something, we say I will. And whereas in the last example, we can see I've been looking at things lately and I'm sure things will get better. I think I will be okay. So this is someone who has a prediction, okay, based on his own beliefs. Even though things may not seem positive, may not look positive, we don't have any evidence of this, this person believes he will be okay. So when we use predictions based on our own beliefs, when there is no evidence, we use will. Okay, so looking at it in like as a summary, we can see that we can use will, okay, to talk about the different uses of predictions, spontaneous decisions, promises. Remember that the predictions are always based on beliefs and our own opinions. Okay, we have some examples here, and the way we form the sentence, okay, where we use subject, will, and the verb is always in infinitive. Looking at our next example, we saw that these two examples of the aunt that we had, that she was sick. Okay, so we can see that this woman is not feeling very well. Whereas we have another example here of a man pointing at a door which is open, so maybe he's asking to close it. The examples that you should have seen were your aunt has been ill for a while, shall we visit her this afternoon, and shall I close the door. This example is actually quite easy to see itself. Shall, we tend to use it when we're offering to do something. Okay. In this example, shall we visit her this afternoon, we tend to, not only are we offering like to do something, but we are showing some form of obligation. Okay, so because our aunt has been ill, we want to go see her. Okay, so this is a reason why we use shall. Okay, we try to use shall to talk about situations, okay, that express obligations in the future. Okay, so here you have, similar as the example above, we can use shall when we want to offer to do something or express obligations. Okay, so you have the two examples here. Looking at our next example, we have the clouds, so kind of like storm clouds above us, and we have the little pig, the piggy bank, okay, and people putting money into it. Okay, So we tend to use the piggy bank to represent that we're saving money. Okay, so in the example we saw these two. So look at those clouds, it's going to rain. And we've been saving for a while, so we're going to buy a car soon. This example, it's going to rain. Look at those clouds. Here we have evidence. Okay, there's evidence that something is going to happen. So we have a prediction based on evidence. Okay, so whether it rains or not, it's different. But we have the evidence, so it's going to rain because of the clouds that we can see. And in here we've been saving. So what has our intention been? We have been doing something about this, so we are saving money. Okay, so we've been saving money, so we are going to buy a car soon. They're going to buy a car because of the intentions that they've had. Their intention is to buy a car. And what have they been doing? They have been saving money previously. Okay, so, and again, we have the table here. So you have the be going to, predictions based on facts or intentions, and then you have the examples, and you have how to form it in the sentence. Remember that to use going to, we need the verb to be. So if it's the subject, we'll define which verb to be it is, if it's is, are, or am. Okay, so I hope this was useful. Here you have the table summarizing the three. I hope this was useful for you. Please keep going. If you want to have a break from this, feel free. You can always come back to the presentation afterwards. Remember, that's one of the rules that you had in the explanations. Okay, so the idea is that you take advantage of this revision. Feel free to expand, to do everything, or just to take it by bits. Okay, and I hope that you do better next time.